Hello and welcome back to some more of Great Tech New Beginnings. I am Towkn and we are going to hopefully progress some more today. Hopefully. I don't know if I can figure out how to get this thing here working yet or not. We'll try and figure that out as well. I probably should have tried to figure that out beforehand, but whatever. Uh Actually, I'm curious. Let's just go like this. We'll hit F5 to go back into here. Do I click on no? Okay, I figured maybe you just click on the top. So this is bugging me. I'm gonna turn that off. So I went ahead and went exploring again. I went up that way this time. Well, over here, there's another building that has it has a single grind wheel on it. It's also got some other stuff. It might have some more useful. I went ahead, took all this apart because I went ahead and made that a lot bigger. And as you can see, it spins quite a bit faster. And if we go up here and we look at this now, it's got 30 stress units instead of that like 3 or 8 or whatever this has. 8. So 30, that's going to be at least almost 5 times better, right? Or 4 times. 4 times 8 is 30. No, 4 times 8 is 28. No, 32, right? So yeah, so it's almost 4 times better. Math. It's a whole thing, right? I was tempted to keep making it bigger, but then I was like, yeah, we'll just go with that. And if we have to make it bigger later, we can. But then I went ahead and brought these up here so that they would probably go faster. I haven't tested to see if it goes faster yet because the only real way to test it is to do some other stuff, which I haven't got set up yet because of things. Although I was thinking about running back up there to that grind wheel section and seeing if there was another mechanical press. Though it is nice that it started raining right as it's getting close to being night. 'Cause we don't have. Let's just double check, make sure we don't have another mechanical press. I know we have all these things. Nope, don't see an actual another one. So, okay, yeah. We'll sleep through the night. And yeah. Okay, there we go. So we do that. Yeah. Another thing I did manage to get, which we could actually go ahead and grab out of here. We grab some emeralds. And I thought they were in here too. Yep, they're there. I found another ender pearl. It was in a chest in one of the places up that way, so we were able to get that. So now I just need the amethyst, which was not in there, not in here. Don't see it in there. Don't see it in there. Is it in here? No, is it in here? Yes, it is. Okay, there we go. So that's that. So now we can go here and type in way. To click on the warp stone. To click on this. And there we go. We now have a warp stone. We can then click on the waystone, and we're going to need some stone bricks and the obsidian. Okay, so stone bricks means we're going to need some stone. I don't think we have much regular stone, so we're going to have to cook some up real quick. We could just take this and toss it in there to cook up some stone. And then with that, we also needed the obsidian, which I know we have somewhere. There's 2. Let's hit B. It's not in our backpack. There we go. There's the 3. Okay. So there's the obsidian. We just now need to wait and get the stone brick, because I don't know. And not be okay, so there's a port stone, which can't be teleported to. A warp pad, which is apparently something else. I don't know what that actually does. Of course, some of this other stuff we could possibly make. I mean, I don't know what the difference in some of these are. Those are just whatever they are. Share stone. I'm gonna assume that's just something else. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the share stone. Click that. We'd still need that. But I don't know what the difference between a share stone and a waste stone is, so I am just going to keep the other thing. I think we need one more. Maybe. We probably don't. I think we only actually need the whatever. We go like this now. And that is assuming this is just going to be simple like that. So no, we need a stone cutter or a chisel to make those. Okay, so what do we need to make the chisel or the chisel from here? It's just going to be simple stick and iron. Nice. Okay, so we can grab a stick. We can grab a stick. We have them. There they are. So then we can go like this. And an iron. And you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and make this one just because I saw that one. So if we then click on this and throw this up in here, we could click on this. And boom, there we go. That's so much easier than doing the other thing. Okay. And then we can click here. Click on this. Make ourselves a waste stone. And then we need to come out here and decide where we want to put it. I'm going to have to move that chest at some point. Or move the door. One of the two. So, I think I'm just going to put it like out here in front of the house. Like just, we can put it right here in this area right here. Because once we put it down, I don't think there's going to be any way to ever move it. I'm not sure. But let's go ahead. Oh, I can't even put it down? Okay, well that's... Well, apparently you can't place these either. That kind of sucks. That definitely sucks. I could have... well, that was a complete waste of time then. There might be a way to place it down later, though. We'll have to... yeah, we'll come back to that, I guess, and try and figure that out some other time, I guess. We definitely need a better storage. And of course, one thing we can do now, because we found some more diamonds, is I should be able to go in here and type at Tom where we can make this. No, because we need an ender pearl now. Darn. And we need redstone. And a whole bunch of other stuff. It looks like we're going to need iron screws, Certus quartz plates. Oh my goodness, darn. Darn. Oh well, I guess. Let's see. Let's just continue on from where we were then. Hopefully. Hopefully, if I can get the thing to... that burner thing out there to work. I have a feeling we're going to need it to make this electron tube. Which again, we need polished rose quartz, wrought iron bolts, and some stuff. So let's go ahead and grab a bunch of that stuff out. Actually, we need to... I think we might need to just make some more chests real quick. Because these are all getting pretty full of stuff. And yeah, I don't see much of what I'm even looking for. Yeah, don't see any in there. I mean, we have rubber wood there, but I don't know if that'll work. We have birch right there. We have regular oak planks there. I also did find ourselves a beehive that we could put out. And yeah, but yeah, I don't see... Oh yeah, we have some chests over here I forgot about. Okay, never mind. We could just go ahead and put a bunch of this stuff here into here. I also went and got myself a bunch more corn. And yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's all of that. So we now need to grab some stuff out. Let's just double check, make sure we didn't need any of that. Shouldn't need the hammer. Okay, shouldn't need any of that stuff. Okay. So, wrought iron, we should have some in here. We can grab it out. We then also needed andesite, which I don't see any in there. Or in there. There's andesite there. Okay, cool. We got some more wrought iron right there. I don't know if we're going to need the coal coke. We might. Click on here. Click on here. Click on here. So it's just plate that we need our screwdriver and our polished rose quartz. Which again, the polished rose, we're going to need a polisher. Possibly, because I think... Yeah. So... we're going to need to make ourselves a polisher. So we'll go here and type in probably spelling that horribly wrong. We'll just go ahead, type in rose. Click on this. Click on this. Click on that. So it's a belt grinder. Okay, so it's a belt grinder we need. Okay. So what do we need for the belt grinder? We're going to need some more of those mechanisms and some other stuff. But I want to just double check real quick because we have this, right? So if I go like this and I press U on this, right? That's all I could get from that. Stone cutting would give us a block of rose quartz, and then we have all this other stuff we can't really do. There's that. Auto shape crafting, the mixing, which apparently we would throw a hammer and the rose quartz in there to get these flawed gems. Rose quartz dust, mixing with that to get rock candy. Not worried about that. And to get this, again, if we click on that, the only way to get that is from that. Okay, so yeah, we definitely need to make a polisher, which means we need to make some of this, which means we definitely need some more andesite. And I know for a fact I don't have any more andesite, right? Or andesite dust. Actually, no, we have some andesite right there. So let's go ahead, take this out here and throw it in there where it should actually go a lot quicker than it was before because of that stress units, right? Yeah, so that'll go like that. And that'll do that, but I definitely think we still want to make a lot more, so I'm going to go ahead. Ooh, we're getting really low on iron too, aren't we? I don't know if there's more in any of these. Ooh. Do we have more iron? There's just the 4 steel. We do have still some zinc dust, which is good. I don't really see... And we got a lot of gold, which I'm not really using right now. Let's double check, make sure we don't have any more iron anywhere. Otherwise, we're going to be in a hurting spot for their 64. Okay, ooh, good. Okay. So we can grab out our hammer. We could then grab out some other stuff. What all did we need? We needed the file, which we should have a file in here, and then we needed sticks. So let's go grab sticks. I love how that top thing comes out like well after. Yeah, but then we'll go like this and grab 6 of those to then make ourselves another mining hammer. And you know what? We're actually going to go ahead and go like this. Actually, we need to make ourselves another one of these because that other one's about to break. We'll go like this and go into... Yep, see, it told you it was about to break. And we'll go like that. Put that down there. And of course it's gonna break again and not actually want to put all the stuff in there. So we'll go like that. We'll go like that. We'll go like that. And we'll make a second one of those. And then we'll put the rest of the iron up in there. Then it's nighttime, so let's sleep. Then I'm going to go get a bunch more andesite and a bunch more iron, and we will come back. Although, actually, you know what? Before we do that, I'll also mention there's possibly diamonds there, possibly a dungeon there, dungeon over there for sure. But yeah, so anyways, there's all that that's out that way that we could go check on as well at some point. For now, we need to worry more about getting our iron and our andesite. So I think I'm going to go head towards the iron first, which is up over this way. Then we'll circle around back and grab some andesite. And like I said, we will come back. Okay, well, we're back here at the house now. Got a bunch of andesite, and I mean a bunch of andesite, right? So I can click here and look at all that andesite we got. And I can throw it in there, start grinding it down. We also got a bunch of iron, as you can see. So we could run in here and start throwing it inside of here. That apparently does not have any more lignite in it. And of course, I went too far down there. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead, throw that in there for now. We do have a bunch more of that as well. There we go. We're going to go ahead and eat. Apparently I scrolled too far. But we'll eat, we'll sleep. And we'll get everything back into where it needs to go. Okay, so do we have any lignite? So I'm not using coal. Yes, we do. There we go. We could take that, put that in there. There we go. We could then put that in there, take out the rose quartz. Take out that and let that rose quartz keep going. While we do that, let's go ahead and put the rose quartz in here. Some of this andesite and magnetite all in here. And actually, we need that. So then we'll click on here. And we'll shift click on there to get 36 more of that. Which we will then, I guess, bring over here. Take that out of there and put that in there. And then we can actually go ahead, take this lignite out of here. We'll throw it up here with that in there. And yeah, there we go. Perfect. So that'll keep going there. That'll give us a bunch more andesite alloy because we're going to need a whole bunch of it. And while that is going, I am going to see what it requires to make a hopper real quick. HOP. So there's a rapid hopper, which requires a hopper and a redstone block. So we definitely don't want that. There's basic inventory hopper, which requires a hopper. There's a bee jar, whatever that is. Okay, so it doesn't look like there's any other real hopper things other than like this. So with that, we're going to need a chest, some iron plates, and a small gear. Well, in order to get a chest, we're going to definitely need some more wood. So actually, let's quickly go to here, grab out some trees, and come over here, and I might make myself another shovel to get a bunch of stuff to fill that in. But let's go ahead and plant a couple of these trees over here so we're not running as far. And yep, there we go, falling in a hole. Because why not? Yeah, there we go. We'll just dig ourselves back out. And you can see why I need to fill in some holes around here. That way I don't fall in them all the time. Because that's just bad, falling in holes. Okay, get up here. There we go. Looks like this one's... Get into here. Actually, nope. There we go. Get down here. We're gonna just get all as many trees as we can right now. Just a whole bunch of wood. There's a nice big one there. That's good. There we go. So we'll grab this. We'll probably grab the other big one right next to us as well. If we can, if this doesn't break. Didn't break, so we should be able to. And we got another wandering trader over here. Probably don't have anything we could do anything with again. But we'll find out. So let's grab all of our stuff here. All of our stuff there. There we go. So that's well, we still have some more. Oh, this one's just going to break like this. Normal. It's technically not a tree, right? It was a stack of wood. But there we go. That should break that then. Yep, broke it. Okay. So what do you have? You have diamond boots. Of really good diamond boots. But I don't have anywhere close to that many emeralds or diamond boots, so yeah, okay. Let's get it back over here. And get over here, and get over here. And apparently that was too far down on that one. There we go. Okay, then we'll go back in here. Let's go ahead and throw all of those in there. And sure. Okay, and then come over here and throw some of this other stuff in there, like so. We need our flint, which I believe is in one of these. There we go, found it. Okay, and then we can click here and turn all of those ones into that. And I should be able to shift click on this. Make a couple of these like so. There we go. And then we can click on this, make that. And then we just need the wrench and the small gear. The small gear is going to require some more at those. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe we're going to need our file. Which we have our file on us, so it was just the wrench then, right? Yeah, the wrench. Okay, so just need the wrench, which is right here. Then we can click here to click on this to make that. We're going to need 2 iron rods, so go over here and shift click that and go 1, 2. And then we're going to need 1 more plate, like so. Then we should be able to click on this, click on this. We need our wire cutters as well. I forgot about those. There we go. We grab those. Then click here. Click here. Make our 1 gear. Put that back down there. And there we go. Now we have another hopper, which is perfect. Now we can take a chest up here. Actually, we could probably go ahead and take the hopper first. Put the hopper down right there. And then if I could actually jump, right? I'm trying to jump on top of these gears. There we go. We go like this. Put that chest there. Then let's go grab the andesite from here. Like so. And then we'll bring it around. Click on this. And get it going so we can get a whole bunch more andesite dust. Yeah, perfect. We'll also need to get more zinc later, but for now we still do have 28, so we could at least get another 40 something. Whatchamacallit stuff. So there we go. Okay, there we go. Grab that. Go ahead, grab a stack of iron, throw it in here. And did this actually do almost a full stack of iron before these did? Yeah, okay. That's actually good to know. But yeah, let's go ahead, click on this. We need some of these, so again, we're going to need some shafts. So let's grab out our shafts. And I think that's all we really have right now in here. But let's go ahead and grab out the mallet, the screwdriver, the saw, the knife. Bingo, yep. Okay, so to make that, we're going to need some andesite plates. So we go like this and go... We'll go ahead and make 4 of them real quick. Then we hover over this again. We are going to need some small cogwheels. Do we have those? We do. We have a couple of them. Don't have nearly enough to make 2 of them, so we are still going to need 2 of these, which means we need this. So we'll go ahead, go like this real quick, and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll click on that and go 1, 2. Just go 3, 4. There we go. And then if we click on this, we can currently make 1. I don't think we can make a second one right now. Yet we need another cogwheel and another big. So we need another one of these. Means we need the andesite screw. So we can go like that. There's an andesite screw, which will let us make another small cogwheel. So now we just need the 2 of these, which means we need some wood planks. So we'll go like this. And I'm probably going to need a couple more than just that. So we'll go like that. And then, again, we'll click here. We'll click here. We'll click here. We'll go ahead and click A on that. Shift click on this. Go ahead and make as many of those as it'll let us. And then we go like this to make a second one of these. Okay, perfect. And this is all for this thing right here. So we need 2 andesite screws. We have a blue moon going on out there right now, but 2 andesite screws, which means I'm going to need to make another one of these to get that. So then I can click here to get 2 andesite screws. We need our andesite casing. We should still have some of those. Okay, and then we just need whatever that belt is. So the grinding belt is going to be sandpaper. Sandpaper we get with paper and sand. So that's actually going to be easy. But paper is going to be some work. We either need plastic sheets, research papers, or Chad. Chad we get with a mortar and sugar cane. So that's actually going to be pretty easy to do. We don't care too much about the blue moon. So we'll just go ahead, come like this. And if I get out the door, there we go. Perfect. And we can come over here to get some sugar cane. If I could make that jump. There we go. That'll give us a bunch of sugar cane. Then we'll go inside and grab our... I don't think any fell down there. If it did, oh well, who cares? We'll go inside and grab our mortar from wherever it might be. Assuming maybe in here. Nope, not in there. In here. Nope, not in there. In here. There we go. I think that's just a grinder. I don't think that'll work. Oh, it's in here, isn't it? Yeah, it's in there. Okay, perfect. There we go. We click on that. And then we can go like this. And like that. There we go. And I'm pretty sure the grinder's not going to work. Yeah, I didn't think so. We'll take the iron mortar up like that. There we go. We now have Chad. And then we can press this. We're going to need our mallet and buckets of water. So let's find our buckets. We have 7 of them now. Come out here. And of course, we're going to run out of room in our inventory. But yeah, let's go ahead, just take some of the stuff we don't need in our inventory for this. Go like that. There we go. And then we can come in here, click on this. Click on paper, click on that, and then we'll make sure we grab a bunch more of this to put up there. Then we can grab our buckets of water and do this. There we go. Perfect. That gave us some paper. It only gave us 8 paper. How much paper did we need for that? So we're going to need 8 of them. Okay, so that's all we actually need. We now just need 8 things of sand. So we can grab this. Put this and this in there. There we go. And of course, sandpaper only takes up 1 spot. So, yay. Go ahead, click on that. Let's just go ahead and throw that in there. And that in there. And then we'll make 1 more sandpaper. If I click on the right spot, there we go. And then we can make our sand belt. Like so. And then that should let us make this. We just need to grab those shafts back out. They're in my bag. There we go. Perfect. Now we have this. We could take this now. Up here. Probably just put it on the end of here for now. And for now, I'm just going to make a sand platform up to it. And then I'm assuming we just... Do we right click on this? Do we drop this on there? Okay, yeah, we just drop this on there. Okay. Or can I drop the whole stack on there? And yeah, I can. And then it'll just go like that. We can stand here for a little while and wait for all this to be polished. And we'll come back. Okay, well, that's 30 of them. That'll last for a little while, I think. We think we'll be fine with just 30 for now. So let's just go ahead and run back down into here, where we can now figure out what all we need for our electron tuber. So we need the wrought iron bolts, the plates in that. So do we have any more andesite alloy on us? It does not look like it. We have none in there. Did I put any in here? I did. Okay, so there we go. So we grab that. And we have the wrought iron on us. So we click here. And click on this. Where we needed some andesite screws, right? Is that what it said we needed? We'll click on this. Yeah, we're going to need some andesite screws. So we could go like that, but I'm going to go ahead and take this like that and go like this then and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then when we shift click on this, I could go ahead and do that. And then we could do that. And then we could go like that as well. And of course that broke our file. So now we need some iron plates. So we'll go like this. Make some iron plates. Then make a new file. What do we need for a saw? Because that one's only got 3 more crafting uses. So it's going to be 2 more plates. So 1, 2. And then a new saw. There we go. Okay. So, with that though, I should now be able to shift click on this. And because we only made 1 screw, we'll do that. So we should just go ahead, shift click on this, make some more of those. And then I can shift click on this again. And because we only have 1 andesite plate, there we go. I can then click there, shift click that. I don't know how many of these I actually need, so I'm just going to make a couple of them. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Then let's go ahead and take this and put that in there. And then collect that quest. Okay, perfect. Which gives us some antique ink, which is, I'm pretty sure, completely garbage for us still. Okay, there we go. So the next step is going to be to make a deployer. Because in order to do this, we're going to have to get to this. In order to get to the steam engine, we're going to need the clockwork mechanisms. Okay, so we definitely need to make a deployer. A deployer is going to be all of this stuff. Okay, so what do we need to make the deployer then? We're definitely going to need, well, this is some andesite screws, but we probably, well, because we need, so let's click on this and go into, we'll just make a couple of these because we're going to need a bunch. We'll go like this and make some of those so that we can come over here and shift click on this. It's only going to let us make 2 of those, which we need 4 of these. So we're going to need more of something else. We're going to need more screws. Okay. So then we can click here. I'm just going to go ahead and turn all of them into that. And I'm just going to click here. And of course it's going to do that. I'm just going to click here. There we go. Make all of them into that. And then try this one. Boom, there. So yeah, it's doing that annoying thing again where for some weird reason when I click on this, it's not filling in the stupid thing. Okay, whatever. So we'll go like this. There we go. Put that there, that there. These go right there. These screws go in the bottom corner. Then mallet, hammer. So that goes there. Mallet goes here. And screwdriver goes there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got 4 of those now that we need to make 2 of these. So we need some more shafts. So let's go ahead and click on this like that. And just make some more of those where we can then click here and go 1, 2. I think that should be all we need. We need some plates. So let's make a couple of plates. There we go. And then we need some bolts. So 1, 2. There we go. And then I should be able to click on this and make 2. Why can't I make 2? What am I short on? We are short on the wooden gears, sadly. So we need some more wood. We'll pull that back out of there. Just go ahead and put that in there. We'll go like this. And then with that, we need the wood gears. So I click here, shift click there and make some of these. Just go like that and make a bunch. You know what? Screw it. Just make all. And then if I actually shift click on that and go like that, there we go. It's 22. I can now click on this again and make a second one. Perfect. And then for the deployer, we just need whatever this hand is made out of. Brass hand, so it's going to be double copper plates with andesite alloy. Okay, so double copper plates. Do we have any copper plates already? Does not look like it. So let's go ahead, take out a stack of those so that we can go like this. I'm just going to go ahead and say sure, why not, and make all of them. Go like that. And then we click here, click on that, go like that. There we go. We now can make our deployer. Okay. So we can now make the deployer. We can collect that. Let's say, why can't we make this yet? Because we need the ability to make brass ingots and we need the ability to make the foundry. Huh. But we can't go further in this until we figure out how to make, because I'm assuming in order to make this, yeah, look at that. Look at all that. Look at that process. That's a big process. But the biggest thing, again, is going to be these brass plates. So we need the ability to make the brass plates, which means we need the ability to make the brass ingot. The brass ingot, we need the brass dust. The brass dust we get by doing some other stuff with it. Either grind a brass dust or we do that. Let's see, is there another thing in here? Milling. That automatic shape. There's that. So how do we? I'm assuming small piles of brass. Nope. Brass dust. From this. Nope. Grinding. Okay, so I don't see it there. Okay. So I'm assuming the way we're going to get brass then would be through the whole foundry thing. Well, in order to get the foundry, we have to get this. I believe the foundry basin, which means we have to get this. Which means we have to get the pour steel ingot. But how do we get it? Okay, in order to get the pour steel ingot, we have to do the clockwork burner. Okay, so we're going to have to go up first. Clockwork burner. You could go to the nether and capture a blaze, or you could stay in the overworld and craft a clockwork burner. I would recommend the latter, as you are probably not prepared for the nether just yet. Of course we're not. We can't even go there. We can't make a flint and steel. So for that we need an empty burner. And I have no idea. So if we hold dub, because like this is an empty blaze burner and it's a clockwork burner. If we hold that on there, blaze burners provide heat. And we just do it, but we need a blaze, so I don't know what we're gonna do for the clockwork part of it. Well, let's sleep and see what we need to make the burner anyways. So let's go ahead down here and type in burn where we want, because I mean we have the basic burner, right? But then we would said to do this. So this is going to be we need some netherack somehow. So netherack we can get by crushing any of those. We can get from bees, incinerator, blah blah blah. So yeah, so according to this, we're probably just going to need to find ourselves a ruined nether portal, which we do know where one is. It is all the way over here somewhere, I believe. I'm trying to look and see where it was. Right here. There's a ruined nether portal right there. That is super far away to go just to get netherack, though. I don't think there was any there or there. Well, this does kind of suck. It's like, hey, let's make this thing for that. And then, of course, this, whatever reason, I don't know why it's not working. Now, if I take it like this, if I put it on top of the torch, will it work? No? Okay. So, yeah. If that's the case, because it wants us to make the empty blaze burner to then make the clockwork burner. Well, the clockwork burner, we need that, unless there's... We would need this. Okay, so in order to make the clockwork burner, this here's basically the setup we would need. So we are going to need some more lava put into the lava spout, which is okay. We could do that. It's a little bit annoying because it's currently full of other stuff, and that's turned on and all that stuff. And of course that's almost full, but we do have a bunch of charcoal now. We don't have as much as it wanted us to do, because I guess it's not 100% guaranteed. So let's see. So how do we want to go about doing this? We are going to need... Actually, real quick, let's look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. So we're going to need some lava. So we're going to need to take our buckets with us. We're going to try to just drop off a bunch of stuff. Because I am going to go take this long journey of getting our stuff. Yeah, I'm going to go take a long journey and we will be back shortly. Well, that was a journey. I'll tell you what, you might be wondering why I'm in third person reverse again when I normally don't do that after coming back. But gosh, I gotta tell you, that was an amazing, elite, annoying journey. So, yeah, let's get into this. Somewhere, like we traveled this way. We found there's a temple there, underwater temple. We went up this way, went up here. We found another thing right here. There's another one right here too, but I didn't go to that one because it was way up. Like, this is a giant mountain. I'm not entirely sure what that building is. We could head there at some other point in the future, I guess. But then I went up this way, and I went up this way. Got up to here. As soon as I got up here, climbed up this hill, crashed. Tried it again. Got a little bit further, crashed. And I was like, okay, well, fine then. Why am I crashing? Okay, well, let's just go a different way. So I went ahead and from this building, because it kept restarting me back here at this building. And from this building, I went down this way, went this way, saw a village up here, went up here, looted this village, got a bunch more emeralds and stuff, I believe, right? It didn't, yeah, it did not get rid of them. Okay, I just had to make sure. But we went up that way. And yeah, and then we started to head straight towards the ruined portal. Went up this way and crashed. Went up over this way a little bit and crashed. Tried to go straight up and crashed. And then I looked at the crash report. I was like, you know what? Why do I keep crashing? Let's look at these crash reports. And you know how every single time we load in stairs, how if they're not pointing a natural direction, it's got that weird cross point. I kept getting a failure to load in, crashing because of a failure to load in stone stairs. And then, of course, I was like, okay, well, fine then. I'll go over this way, and then I'll go up. And crashed. Because I saw this tower, and I was like, ooh, let's go in that tower. Went towards that tower, crashed. And I was like, dang it. So then I ended up going all the way around here, and then up this way. Finally got back to it, and rather than trying to head back down this way, because I'm like, if I head back down this way, I'm probably going to crash. I just went back up and around where I'd already been, and then came back down. And now we are back home. That took over an hour and a half to do. That was oh man, that was a journey. And we got Who's Cutting Onions because we got some Crying Obsidian. But we did get some cool stuff. We got this Flawless Ballast Gem, which has a +7 attack damage, which if we had a sword we could put it in, or something we could put it in, we'd be able to do that and get even more. Heavy weapons, it'd be +9, so if we put it in a sword. And then we found this Solar Gem, which has 1.5 step height. So I think I'm going to take these boots off. We're going to go to this. And I don't know if I could just... Yeah, okay, so I'd have to remove the gem in here first, which I don't know how to do. Okay, I was hoping I could just straight up put that on, but apparently not. But yeah, but we also got ourselves a agile bow, which is, got a pretty, arrow velocity, draw speed, empty socket there. Those don't actually go in bows, which is okay. We got a fishing rod with lure 1. We have this this sword here, which deals 4 damage to nearby enemies, so it's got kind of a thing. We also found ourselves a stone cutter. So we now have ourselves a stone cutter. And we got ourselves a couple more blast furnaces. And we found an observer. And for looting all of our crates from the looter thing, we got ourselves this little guy here, which we could just put there. And yeah. Okay, what else did we get? We found and, got some more mechanical pumps and... Okay, so I see the thing that we lost. The thing that we ended up losing a bunch of was the copper pipes, which is fine, to be honest. We could go ahead, though, throw this gold into those. Let's say we should have had some more lignite somewhere. I think. I don't remember for sure. I mean, I know we had the raw lignite, which we could just do. There we go. I was gonna say, I knew we had some more. Let's go ahead, throw this in. You can see we got a bunch of netherack while we were up there. Yeah, let's go ahead and throw that in there. And this and this in there. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now we can clean out some of this other stuff that we have. Like these gems, fire charge we grabbed. We got some compasses, which is actually pretty good because now we can make ourselves a nature's compass. We also apparently needed a compass for a speedometer, which is fine. We don't actually need that anymore. Then there's a coordinate selector, which is some other stuff, and then a little logistics guide. But we're not worried about that stuff right now, so we'll throw a bunch of this stuff here. And there we also grabbed some more paper and some iron bars. But yeah, but let's see. We also found some prismarine. Oh yeah, I made way more copper plates than I needed to. I forgot. I was like, why do I have so many copper plates? And yeah, okay, anyways, we needed to make one of these. So for that, we need our tube, 2 iron plates, and a wrench. So we'll grab out this. We'll grab out that. Apparently I didn't put the tubes in here. Did I put the tubes in here? No, I didn't. Means they're probably in one of these. There they are. Okay, so then we can come over here and shift click on the plates. And we needed 2 iron plates, right? And we need a wrench as well. So let's grab our wrench out. If we can find it. It should be in here. There it is. Boom. There we go. We now have our empty blaze burner. Which honestly, I think we need 4 of them total, to be honest. So let's go ahead. Of course, I only have 2 more of the electron tubes, so I think I'm going to go like this and go 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course, we only have enough iron bars. Because I grabbed iron bars at that town as well, because they had like a jail-like building. Okay, anyways, we now need to come over here to this. Take that apart. That's just going to spew out there. So we're just going to take that out of there. And be like, yep, okay, so that should be fine. We could then also go ahead, I guess. How do I want to set this up? I think I'm going to go ahead, break these not iron pipes, these copper pipes. And this deployer here. And then we'll go up here, where I will probably need to make some stuff. Maybe. Actually, I don't think I need to, because we could go like this. We could put this right here and rotate it with our wrench. Maybe. Okay, so apparently it won't let me rotate it up and down right now, so we'll go like that. Let's go ahead, put a block there then, so that we can put this right there. And can this not go up and down? Can it only go, why will it not? You know what, let's just go ahead and break it real quick, and if we jump and place it, there we go. There we go. Okay, so now we can take this. I'm going to go ahead and take this, puts it here, 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 and here. That'll let me place whatchamacallit in right there. Then we could go like this, like that, and we could put that right there. Okay, so now we just need to go get a bucket of lava, which, again, I didn't think about getting while we were out, because we put all of our buckets away. Wait, did I? No, apparently I had all the buckets in my backpack, so I just didn't think about that. But we know somewhere over here is a cave. I think it's this cave right here. Yes, that has some stuff in it. So let's grab that, though, so that we can get back out of here easier. We are just going to go put that right there so that we can get up here. And, of course, we're going to accidentally walk into there, so then we can just jump back into here. And then we'll head over this way. Place that there. And then I don't think we're going to need to ever come back down in here. So I might go ahead and just close this off a little bit, so that we don't have to worry about falling in here later. Yeah. Right? Because that would just be bad. Annoying. Especially if I didn't have any blocks with me to save myself. So, yeah. We'll just go ahead and do that, so that we don't have to worry about it. We'll hit B again, grab out the rest of that cobblestone. There we go. Put that there. Put that there. Just make sure there's no more. Perfect. You're now safe from that hole too. Okay, then we'll come back up here. And of course, yeah, we can't just jump over that. Jump up there. Or we could then run over here. And again, place that right there. And that will fill that up with that bucket of lava. Okay, perfect. Then we can come back in here and eat. Okay, there we go. So now, in order to make this clockwork burner again, we got to go like this. So we need a deployer that we put the thing on the deployer. It goes down and puts a thing on it, the cogwheel. So we're gonna need a cogwheel. Looks like we're going to need some more of these tubes, because we only have the one. So we just need to find our polished stuff, because we should have some more. Did I put it in here? Nope. Is it in here? There's our just regular rose quartz. There we go. Polished rose quartz. What all did we need? We're going to need andesite, wrought iron, and that's it. So we're going to need andesite screws. We're going to need the wrought iron. We're going to need our hammer, which is not in here. It's in our No, yeah, I think that's the correct hammer, right? Yeah. Okay, so then if we click on this, we come over here to this. We need the andesite alloy as well. I forgot about that. Which I think is probably in here. We got one plate there. I don't see any more andesite alloy. Did we make any more? I don't think we did. Which kind of sucks. So we're gonna need to make some more of that real quick. And I was gonna say it's nighttime, but you know what? Who cares? We'll come up here, grab some of that. Then we can come down here and grab our zinc. From there to click here and shift click that. To get that. And then we'll put the andesite dust in there. And we need to throw that in here and in here. Grab this out of here. That out of there. Throw that in there so it's got some more. Throw all that in there. And then just double check and make sure we don't have andesite anywhere else real quick. There we go. There we go. Yeah, because I think we turned it all, the rest that we had, into the other stuff, right? Yeah, I think so. I don't see any. So yeah, I'm going to say we did. So let's go here. Grab these out. And shift click on this. And click on that. And then we can put this down here. We need a screwdriver and some other stuff. So we're going to need a screwdriver. Also going to probably need the saw and the file. Yep, there we go. So we can then go like this. And throw the file up in there and throw this up in here and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Or we then throw the saw up in there and go like that. There we go. And then we should be able to make a couple of these. There we go. Okay, so we have a couple of those now. Let's go ahead and throw this there for now. The extra netherack we'll just throw in there for now. And because it's raining and we hate the rain, we're just going to sleep through the night. And have that go away. Where we can now probably make our thing, right? So we'll click on here. Clockwork burner. We'll click on here. Okay, so we need... Okay, yeah, we're going to need to make a cogwheel. And we do have the double plate already. And that's all we're going to need to make. Is the cogwheel. So let's go ahead... Take out this and this. And what else do we need? We're going to need a andesite thing, and we need the mallet. Okay. So we go here, and we can take this like that and go like that. There's 2 shafts. We could then put this up there. No. We put this up there. Go like that. Right? And then the screw, we go like that. And then there we go. So we now have this. Okay. So, I don't think I've put the deployer down, though. I think... Right? Did we put it down, or did we just put it in... Yeah, we just put it in one of these. Okay, so there we go. So let's run out here and over here and up here, where I'm going to go ahead and take this one down for now. So we could put the deployer on there. And then we will rotate this thing, hopefully. There we go. So it goes down like that. There we go. Okay, and then the first thing we need to do is take the cogwheel, if we could find it. There we go. It's right there. And we need to put it in this thing's hand somehow. It's in attack mode, use mode. Okay, so then we go here and we click on that. Okay. So then we can take one of these and put it right there. Okay, and then we will grab these. Right? Once this is done, we'll go like that. That'll go up. That'll come back down and put that there. We are going to need to put a depot right there, I think. We can grab this. And we're going to click on this because I'm pretty sure this is where we need the lava put on. So we'll go like that. And that'll put the lava on it. And then it'll go there, where that'll come down and squish it. And then from there, we need to put the double plate on it. So let's grab this from here. Double plates, we have some more somewhere, because I know I made way too many of them. Not in my bag. Right here, there we go. We only need one, so let's technically just go like that. There we go. We then have our one double plate, which will go up here, and we'll put that there. And then after the one double plate is another one of the electron tubes. So we'll go like that, and then after the electron tube, it will be this. And wait, we gotta do this. Oh, man, we gotta do the whole sequence twice. Okay. Which means I'm going to need another electron tube. And another, whatchamacallit. Okay, so that's that. Let's go ahead, jump down here. Grab our andesite from there. So we can come over here. So we need another one of these, which means, or some more of those. So we can go like that, actually, get the two shafts we need. But we do need that, so we'll click here. Then we'll click here. And we'll click here to get that, which will then let us make this. Okay. And then we're going to still need to make another one of the tubes, which, again, we're going to need another screw for that. So we'll go ahead real quick and just go 1, 2, and 3 for that step to make that. And then we just need the one polished. So grab the one polished, which we don't have room in our inventory for. So we'll go ahead, go like this, and throw that torch in there. So then we could go like this and get the second tube. Okay. So now let's run back up here, where we will go ahead, throw this and this up here. We'll throw this down here, where we'll go put you in there, put you there. After that, we will take you. That'll go down, boom, put that in there. We'll wait for this to go up. And this is so much work for this without having a fully set up line. But we could put that right there. That'll squish down. Take it, put it here. And then we needed the double copper. So we gotta go grab another one of those real quick. I forgot about that. There we go. Double copper. We'll go up here and click on this right there. Put that down there. Once this gets done here, We'll throw that in there. It'll do that. And then we got the last step after that, which is to put it in here again. Okay. We'll do that and that. And that'll make our single blaze burner. Boom. There we go. Clockwork burner. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So with that, we can now continue on to the next part, which will give us bread. Yay. Okay, so pour steel ingot. This isn't quite true steel, but it's an upgrade to wrought iron in the machinery sense. Pour steel isn't used for any tool at this time. So to get that, we have to get pour steel dust. To get pour steel dust, we get that, we get that, we get tiny steel. There we go. Part grinding, nope. I'm not entirely sure how we get this right now. Well, ooh. Let's go down here real quick and type in pour. And then click on this again. We'll go ahead and press A on that. So bulk blasting, we get it from that. Mixing. Okay, so that's how we're getting that. Okay, so we throw 2 iron, 2 coal in a mixer thing. So we will finally be using our mixer. So we can finally come in here and grab one of our mixers. Like so. And try and figure out where we want to get this actually built, because I think the easiest spot for us for now is just simply going to be putting it down right here. Even though it's annoying to put it right there. Okay, so we go like that, we go like that. Take our basin. Basin goes there. Mixer goes there. Under our basin, we then need this clockwork burner, which we put there. We then got to feed this clockwork burner something, which I believe is just going to be either wood or coal. I don't know if lignite will work for it. We could always find out. We'll go like that and grab that. Then we need iron and coal. So let's go ahead, find our coal. Find our iron. We will just take out a stack of each of these, I think. I think it'll be better that way. Actually, just take out some more coal just in case the lignite doesn't actually work. But I think we could just come down here to this and click on that, and that'll do that. Okay, perfect. And then we could take that. Let's go ahead and break this one so we get a better angle. We go like this and throw that in there and that in there. And isn't that all it said to do? Go like that. Go to mixing. Heated. So we have that. So 2 iron, 2 coal. Is this just not fast enough? It appears this mechanic is not rotating with enough speed. Of course it isn't. Of course it isn't. Okay, well, let's go ahead and take this down. Take that down. Take that down. Yay. Hit B. Throw that in there. And of course, we're going to have to use that up there. Okay, well, that's fine. We will then just go ahead and come in here and sleep real quick. And I think with that, what I'm going to do is we are going to quickly make another thing. Actually, we'll go like this real quick. We will throw the empty one in there. We'll throw the curving press in there. I don't think I need the iron plate, so we'll do that. And then we need to make one of these. So we need to make a couple of these. to make this, to make this, and then we go in here like that. I'm just gonna make all of those. I'm pretty sure we have some more shafts somewhere, but who knows for sure where. Let's grab those gears out of there. Come over here. Click on this. Can I shift? No, I don't think I could shift click on that because I think I only have the one bolt right now. But so let's go ahead and go like this. Then go like that. And then go like that and make another one of those. I could then shift click on this to make two. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so then for now, let's go ahead, click on this. We could throw that, and that in there just because we don't need them. And then we'll come up here where we will go ahead and I think we'll break that one there real quick. No. Let's go a little bit higher up, I think. I think we'll go like this. And we'll break right there. We'll then take this and go like this. Put that there. And put this right here. Maybe. I think that'll work. We could then fall off the edge. Yeah. I didn't think this thing through all the way, so, you know, there wasn't a whole lot of planning in this process. Okay, so then from here, we would take this, put it there, right? I think that'll work. I think that'll work. So then we could take a... If I go like this here and here, that's where the blaze burner goes. We could put the blaze burner there. And then we could put the basin on top of it. And then we throw coal in. We throw iron in. And we light it. And then that is apparently still not moving fast enough. I should have just looked at that to begin with. I don't remember how you really get those to spin faster. I mean, I know we could probably just add some more things to that possibly to get it to spin faster. I'm not sure. Let's go ahead. Come in here, grab some of these. We'll grab our sand out of there. And some dirt out of there. And then we'll come back over in front of here. And honestly, I only need the dirt. I don't need the sand. Go ahead and climb back up here. And go ahead and turn that off for right now. Now, if I go like this, basically add one more to those, right? So it's going to be one more to that. Like so, there we go. And then we have still 3 up there, so it goes there, there. And that's how we basically just changed it, right? Yep, okay. We grab our shovel. Head down. And go one out here, one out there, one out there. There, and there. Okay, there we go. And then we'll do the same thing for this one, except for this one we will go ahead and just move our way over here just to make it easier. And we go out one, there, 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 and there. Okay. And with that, we should then be able to click on this. As you can see, that's now turning even faster than it was. Then we could dig this up, dig this up, dig this up, and then head down and see if that's still saying it's too slow. Probably still saying it's too slow. It is now turning faster, but it is apparently too slow. Hmm. So I have to figure out how much that needs. Does it actually tell you how much stress it needs inside of here? It does not. That would be useful if it did. But it doesn't. So I'm just going to have to figure this out one way or another. Because we need it. I'm going to assume we need it. Or actually, no, I already know we need it because we click here. In order to even make the steam engine, we're going to need ore steel. In order to make the compressor, we need in the foundry basin and all the other stuff, we're going to need porous steel. So I just got to figure out how to make that faster. So I'm going to see how much of this I could increase to see how much it is. And we will be back once I figure that out, because I still do have 31 more windmill blades. So we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so I don't think that really increased it that much. As you can see, it's still showing it as not enough. Probably looking at it. Rotation speed. So it's still not enough rotational speed. Oh my goodness. So how do you increase the rotational speed of this thing? I know there's a way to do it. But like, I can't tell. So like these are turning at that. So if I put like a big wheel here and then a small wheel, will that make it faster? I'm not sure. So let's go ahead and take this down. Take that down. Let's go grab a big wheel. I know we have some of those somewhere. There we go. I mean, I know we have a flywheel as well, but I don't know how to use the flywheel. But we'll go like this and fall down. There we go. We can go like this, grab the big wheels, go like that, put that there. That'll go out there then. And then if we take this and put it on the side of here, we're getting that 66 instead of the 30 whatever we were getting. Okay, but that's still not in a great spot, so let's go ahead, actually take it down. I don't think I could put it on that side, so we will have to put it on that side, which means moving all of this over one block as well. And we do have inventory space for that, so there we go. So we'll go like this. Put that there. And then we will put this right here. Although it does say it does not have, is not rotating with enough speed. Wish it told me what the requirement was. Because we're going to have to get that up even more. So, question, if I go like this, And we put, I don't know why that would put that right there that way, because that's not where I'm looking. So if we go like this, right? Actually, does it? I think the more gears you add, the slower it goes, right? So I don't know what these are rotating. So these are rotating at 66 as well, and they just got the 2 gears. But let's try some stuff out real quick. We go like this. We put that gear there. If we put that there, and then we put that there, and then grab this and put it right there, it is spinning at 66 still, so that doesn't change anything. I'm going to have to look this up again. So, I know there's a speed controller type thing, right? So we'll type in speed real quick and see if we could find it. Speedometer, rotational speed control. We can't do that until we get brass, so we can't even increase speed that way. So I think the only way to increase speed would be to make that bigger, but I think that's as big as we can make that. I don't think I have any more. I don't think I have any more things. I think all we have is. I mean, I got 3, but I don't think those 3 are gonna be enough. Just double check all of these and make sure. But yeah, I don't see any more of them, which kind of sucks. Unless it's just the design of the thing that's bad. But yeah, that's still as fast as I could seem to get that to go. To me, that just seems like a good design. I don't see where I'd be going wrong. So how do you speed up a thing inside of Create? Because I know there should be a way to do it with just the gears. But how to do that, I don't remember. There's another Enderman. Do I have my sword on me? I do. Let's go like that. Pull that out. Where'd he go? He was just right there. Enderman, where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you are. So we'll go like that and look at the Enderman, get inside of our house, and hope he comes back. There we go. Thank you. And we're doing this because we need that Ender Pearl to increase or to make our storage. Hopefully he will drop us an Ender Pearl. Of course, you're going to move. There we go. Did you drop us an Ender Pearl? You did not, darn. Okay, well. Yeah, so right now that's my biggest problem is this speed. Is there a way, does any of these quests actually have anything else? So that's just charcoal, that's coke oven. Infinite water isn't going to help us. Storage tools. I don't think anything here would actually help us increase speed, which kind of sucks. Or stress. Because that didn't seem like it increased it anymore. And I don't think changing the rotation is going to do anything to it. So, I mean, we could always go up there and find out. Let's go up there and find out. So if we go like that, up to here real quick, and we turn that off, if we switch its rotation to the other way, we're still getting the same stress units. So we turn. No, don't. There we go. Once we can turn that off, we'll do that. And again, we do that, and it's, yeah, still the same. Okay. So, that's definitely not what I wanted to do there. We go like this. Let's just go ahead and break these. There we go. Break all that. Break this. Okay. We eat some corn so we can get our health back up. Because it is low. We'll try and figure this out. So that's currently not on because it's not doing anything. And I don't think, because it's producing like whatever, the 4,000 stress units, but we're only getting 60 into there. I'm curious now. So let's try something. Let's go ahead. We already have the thing on us. Let's just go up here all the way. I don't think it's going to make any bit of difference up here. I also don't know why there's extra ones of these up here. Let's go ahead and take this straight off of here. An extra one, like so. There we go. Actually, I want that. Like so. And then if I get that to put right there, like that. And then we grab these. And try, we can't put them down because we're on a thing. So let's go ahead and break that and that. That'll let us put this right here. Which then we go like this. Put that right there. And then if we climb back up here, like this, and I reach that from here. No, I can't. So let's go ahead and grab some dirt and get over here like that. And click that and see what we're turning at now. Still 66. Okay, that's what I thought it was going to be. Okay, well, I will come back once I figure this out. Because this is probably going to take a while to figure out. But we're going to go ahead and break that. You know what? We'll leave this right there for now. And try and figure this out. Yeah, so I will be back in just a moment again. Okay, we're going to test one thing real quick. Of course, I'd left my mixer all the way up there. That's fine. We have another one. Let's just run in here. We'll go like this. We're going to grab our hand crank, which, I mean, uses our hand, but it might actually work for this a bit quicker. So we're going to come back up here real quick, and we're going to take this. I'm going to go ahead and put one of these back right there real quick, just to make this a little bit easier to place down. Shift click over to here. There we go. We can put that there. Now I'm going to take this one back off. We're then going to put this here and grab our hand crank and put it underneath. I am going to then, this doesn't actually have the stuff in it, so let's go ahead and throw the ingredients in there. We'll go like this and let that burn for a while. And then if I rotate it with this, as you can see, this apparently does do it fast enough. But the only thing that sucks is this is by hand, and you can see my my food goes down rapidly with this. I have no idea how fast this is actually going. So if we go like that, it's got 100 and something. So it's getting half its power. And we did all of that just to get 4 ingots. So it's very, very inefficient, but we're definitely going. Wait, did that creeper just get in here? No, it didn't. Okay, it just went down. It just looked like it got in here for a second. Okay. But either way, we go like this now. And we do have 4 poor steel ingots, which we could then click in here and click on this to get a random reward of a fluid tank. That's actually probably pretty useful. So the next thing, in order to even make the foundry basin, right? So the foundry basin, we're going to need poor steel, but we need this refractory mortar. This refractory mortar is going to be a clay block, sand, and water inside of this with a low heat. So I got to figure out how to get this to actually work with the way it is, because I don't think it'll work with the other thing. Hopefully it could spin a little bit slower as well. But yeah, because like I said, that's high heat. That down there is low heat. It said we could click on it with the torch. It didn't ever seem to work with a torch. We might need to do some stuff, but with that, we would get the stuff, right? But we're going to need to make this compressor first, which this machine is a minimum requirement of 30. So that's actually good. Does this actually tell you when we click on here? Stress impact 4x RPM. Doesn't actually say for sure what it needs, but okay. But to make the compressor, we need a bunch of stuff we already have. So what was the wide? Rudimentary andesite, mechanical pump. We have all of that, so we technically could easily make that. But yeah. So with that though, I think because of all the other stuff and everything, this is going to be it for this one. I was going to take my picture there, but it's nighttime. We don't want a nighttime picture, do we? Let's go ahead and run inside. And oh, don't. How'd you even get in here? Oh my goodness. It's a good thing that claim chunks don't explode. Because that would have been really bad. So that creeper definitely did get in somehow. But yeah, so anyways, thank you all for watching. Please enjoy your day, night, doing whatever you're doing, wherever you're at. As always, force your friends to watch. We will come back next time for some more of Greg Tech New Beginnings and see if we can get some stuff done. Thank you again for watching. Peace out. See you later.